Hi guys, today's gonna be interesting. So I'm gonna pierce my own ears because I'm bored and I want them done and I don't want to pay a ton of money to have someone else do them when I am completely capable of doing so. I'm used to poking people. I'm a registered nurse, specifically in labor and delivery, so I'm okay with all the gross things and blood and things like that. Obviously, I'm tattooed all over, and I have piercings, and I've pierced my own nose, so let's do it. So first things first is I'm going to mark the area that I want to pierce. I want to do my seconds and my thirds. I want to do one up here and maybe one right here. If you don't like where you marked, rubbing alcohol takes the Sharpie off right away. I'm just gonna rub my ears with rubbing alcohol to like clean it before I mark my spot. Like pretty even. Okay. I have my marks where I want them. So what I'm gonna do next is I got this nice little jar. I'm gonna fill it up with some rubbing alcohol. I have 50% isopropyl alcohol. And this is to clean the jewelry. Just have it in there. And swirl it around, let it soak for a moment. I got these needles off of Amazon. It's from Body For You. Piercing needles or hollow point needles. And this is 16 gauges for these two piercings right here. And then I have some 18 gauge needles left over from when I bought my nose piercing kit. I'm going to pierce my seconds and my thirds with. Next thing I'm going to do is wash my hands really good. I'm not going to be using gloves, so I'm going to make sure that I get under my nails really good. I just want to throw it out there, just a disclaimer, I'm not a professional. When it comes to piercings in any way, shape, or form, do not do what I'm doing. I don't recommend it. If you're going to do something like this, do it at your own risk. Don't necessarily use me as an example, especially because risk of infection is really high. Yeah, so here we go. So here's my 18 gauge. Got my sterile 18 gauge needle. Okay, so that one is through. I'm going to follow it with a piece of jewelry. And these backings are screw backings. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one so it's done and over with. And that one is through too. That one hurt a little bit more. And the screw backings are definitely harder to get on the back here. I'm gonna put the earring back in my original piercing as well. I got that one done forever ago when I was in junior high, so that one's completely healed. With piercings, new piercings, it takes about 6 months for them to heal, so I'm gonna keep these earrings in and not change them out. Awesome, so that's what that looks like. I don't know if you guys can see it very well. Very nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna do the other side first. Because I know these are gonna hurt up here because it's cartilage versus soft tissue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change out my needle and get a brand new 18 gauge for the other ear. The more times you use the needle, the more dull it is. And the more painful it would be to pierce it through your skin. Now I got my clean needle here. It's gonna be a little weird for me because it's gonna be on the opposite side. Okay, I'm through. Don't mind my kittens. I have kittens over here playing next to me, moving the shower curtain. There's that one. Let me do the third one real quick. And it just feels like a bee sting. You can't be hesitant when you're doing this yourself. Some people I've seen on YouTube will push it through halfway and slowly push it in. You just gotta get it over with. Last one here. Comes in. The screw-on backings are definitely something to get used to for sure. And then they are. I love them. They look fantastic. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of a break before I do the actual cartilage because I know that one's going to hurt. Okay, I got something to drink and let my ears kind of get used to having something in them. They feel really hot and they kind of like burn a little bit, I would say, but that's normal with any piercing. It wasn't too bad as far as pain. I was able to get over it really quick. But however, I'm a little nervous for these upper ones because I know that's cartilage, which is a form of bone, and pushing a needle through that I think is going to be a little bit interesting. So we'll see how this is about to go down. For up there, I'm going to do this one on my left side. You can see it. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one on my right. It's like a little feather. And then this one on my left. Just like a little pearl. And then this one on my right. It's like a little sparkly ball. So this is a 16 gauge needle, so it's going to be pushing through and cutting out a lot more skin. The higher up needle, generally for IVs, are a lot less painful than smaller needles. So hopefully this won't be too bad, but I am pushing it through a lot of tissue. So I'm about to find out. I'm gonna wash my hands again. Another thing to realize when you're getting piercings done, especially when you're doing identical things on the other side, just like your eyebrows, your ears and your piercings are sisters, not twins. So don't get too wrapped up on things not being absolutely perfect because your ears are not completely symmetrical anyways. All right. Okay, that one's through. Alright, so that one's in. I just took a little bit of manipulating. That one bled a little bit because the piece of jewelry was slightly larger than what the needle is, even though the jewelry online said 16 gauge. I got 16 gauge needles. It kind of took a little bit of finessing to get that through. Now it's trying to get this ball on That's gonna be the problem. And there that one is. Okay, I'm through on the other side. And this one's bleeding a lot more. As you can see. And that one's in. I just have to clean up all the blood. Whew. My ears feel so hot right now, like, to be real. Hi guys, so I'm gonna wait on doing my other piercings just because my ears are so red and inflamed right now. I just didn't want to cause any unnecessary pain, but you can see this is my left ear. And this one is how my right ear turned out. And I did a saltwater soak on both my ears to keep it from getting infected. But I really like the way it turned out. If I end up piercing any more on my ears, I will definitely record it to show you guys an update. For the time being, that's it.